Alright, what's up everyone? This is NinjaDeathStrike bringing you another Pokemon TCGO battle. My opponent this time is simply named Edwin, and I'm using my favorite deck, good old Mew, again. I wanted to put up some more videos with it because it's the most fun to play in my opinion, and Mew's awesome. So I do not get an ideal start here. I get a lone Oddish, no Mew, no energy, so that's not great. Looking at my opponent, he has 55 wins. Pretty respectable. He doesn't have a whole lot of cards, but it's possible that he's just bought the ones he needs. So we'll see what he's going to do here when he flips over his starters. Hopefully I can go first. I do have that Oak, but nope. Lose the coin toss, and it ends up looking like he has the basic fighting deck, or at least that's what this deck is based off of. I think there's a theme deck right now that runs a lot of these cards, so that's what he's using. He's got a Sock out first, which is nice for me because Sock is a horrible card, so that's going to help me out a lot. And luckily, I top deck a Mew, so I'm able to get him on the bench, and now I can play collectors, get some of my other basics on the bench, and start getting set up to hopefully be able to take control of this game. Unfortunately, I don't get any energy, so after I put my guys on the bench, I'm just going to have to end my turn and wait to see what he's going to do. So he's going to use Engineer's Adjustments, discard energy so we can draw a bunch of cards. Now Terrakion comes down on the bench, so this is a modified fighting deck. It's not just the basic one, which is good to know. And he goes for his attack, flips 5 tails, so I take no damage, which, I mean, is horrible for him, but kind of awesome for me. It means Oddish doesn't die quite yet, even though I still can't do anything with him since I don't have any energy. He's trapped out there for now. So I'm going to look at my hand, probably considering getting a refresh. And since I don't have the Mega, I don't want to match hand sizes. I'm just going to go right for Professor Oak. And I draw into a Mew and some energy, which is great. So I'm going to go ahead and put an energy on Oddish just so I can get him out of the attack position here in the next turn, because with Sock's attack, after you use it once, you can't use it again on the next turn. So I'm relatively safe this round. Even if he wants to retreat, he doesn't have energy on anyone in his bench that's going to be able to kill me this turn. So Oddish is safe this time. Going to go ahead and try Find a Friend since I do have a grass energy now. It doesn't work out, but that's okay. Since I got Sunflower on turn 2, Sunflower is kind of the engine of this deck. It powers a lot of the drawing, and I'm going to be able to get my grass guys up anyhow. So missing that coin flip really didn't matter. Now he's going to play Team Rocket's Trickery, which lets him draw 2 cards. I have to discard 1. I just dump. I don't know. I didn't see what I got rid of there, but it didn't really matter. Sunkern. I already have Sunflower. Don't need that Sunkern. And the other cards in my hand are potentially useful, so I'm going to hang on to those. Now my turn comes up again. I can finally start doing something. I'm going to use Sunflower first to go ahead and grab a Vileplume, and now I'm going to put Vileplume down there on the bench, and that will initiate Trainer Lock, so neither of us can use items anymore. I only have 2 items in this deck. That would be Rare Candy and Pecom, so that's not going to hurt me. Go ahead and put that multi-energy on Mew so that I can see off. And I believe I'm going to choose to see off Muck first because he has a lot of heavy guys. And so since their retreat cost is so high, I'm going to be able to Sludge Drag them into the active position and basically trap them there, since they won't be able to do anything and they'll be poisoned and confused. So that's going to be really nice for me here in a couple of turns. And he tries to attack again. This time gets 4 tails, so he doesn't kill Mew either, which just not this guy's day. I felt kind of bad, but I mean not really, because I get screwed over by luck all the time. So nice to have it go my way for a change. Gonna use Sunflower to pull up the Mega Prime, and now I am primed to go. So I'm considering seeing off another card here, maybe a Jump Off, but instead I decide that I want to Sludge Drag, get something stuck in the active position that he's not going to want there, and I pick the Boulder. It's got 3 retreat cost, and it's got no energy, so it's not going to be able to do anything but sit out there and take damage. So he plays a Seeker, which means we both have to choose a card from our hand and pick it up. No idea why I decided to do that. I think maybe he thought he could pick up Boulder, but he can't since it's active, so instead he just picks Terrakion up and then puts it right back down and puts a fighting energy on it. I actually pick up Oddish, which lets me take the damage counter off of it and gets it off my bench since it was kind of dead weight now that I already have a Vileplume. And it lets me put another Yanmega down. So I'm going to see off here. I want to take the turn to get Jumpluff into the Lost Zone just so I can also attack with Mew should the need arise. Looks like I forgot to use Sunflora's power there. I probably should have pulled another Yanmega Prime. I guess I didn't because I couldn't evolve it this turn. I'll do that next turn. So he looks like he Professor Oaked. He's building up Terrakion back there, so that is going to be able to come in and kill me off eventually. But for right now, I am looking really good. I've got something useless trapped in an active spot. I've got Yanmega up, and I can easily match hand sizes with him. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm already matched at 5, which is fantastic because it lets me pull Yanmega, evolve him, and now we still have the same hand size, so I can go for a linear attack. I'm not going to attack Boulder since it's useless anyhow. I'm going to start taking pot shots at his bench and softening them up so that as they switch in, it'll only take one attack to take them down. And I might even be able to kill him on the bench if he gets trapped in that active position for long enough. So he's going to use Interviewer's Questions, grab a couple of energies, which it's good for him, but it's too late really to help Boulder. It's going to be dead before he gets to retreat it. So he's going to have to put those on his bench. I draw a card, and that's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to go right for an attack since we're still at the same hand size, and there's nothing I need to play anyhow. So now Terrakion's at 80 damage, hasn't gotten to do anything yet, and it's going to be easy pickings, especially if he can't get that Boulder out of the active spot. And since he doesn't have any energy on it and he can't play a switch item, he can't. So now all I got to do is hit that Terrakion one more time. Unfortunately, I can't match his hand size this round, and so I'm going to have to go into Mew. And I'm just going to see off my Applum just in case I need to move energy around. The Applum is kind of a tech card in this deck. Tech meaning that it doesn't get played most matches. It's in there for a few specific deck matchups, mostly things like Reshiram and Reshiram Typhlosion and Magnezone. But I just figured I may as well go ahead and put him in there since Poison's going to kill Boulder and I can't attack with the Yanmega just in case I need it. So I do end up losing my Mew as Boulder dies to Poison. Terrakion comes in and takes it out, but not going to be a problem. I have a Grass Energy on my other Mew, and I have Jumpluff back there in the Lost Zone, so I can go ahead and hit him with a Leaf Guard, which was not the best play. I should have just taken him right out with a mass attack. He was weak enough that that would have worked, and instead I end up taking 10 damage, which I believe actually ends up having a slight effect on this next round. So I'm going to look at his bench, see if there's anything I want to Sludge Drag. And instead I just decide to finish off Terrakion since it's the most threatening, take it out with a Leaf Guard, which will reduce damage I take next turn by 30. Meaning hopefully Mew will be able to survive, but he's got 3 energy on that throw, and he has an attack that hits for 80 damage, so that's going to do 50, which is just enough to take me out. So going for that first Leaf Guard was kind of a wasted turn. Should have just taken out Terrakion when I had the chance, but oh well. What are you going to do? I sent out my other Mew. He's got an energy on him. I've got a lot of options at this point. I'm feeling pretty good about the position I'm in. Even though the prizes are tied, I'm definitely in favor momentum-wise. And so I'm going to put that multi-energy on Mew. That's going to let me essentially have a Grass Energy, which will give me access to Jumpluff's attacks. And then I'm going to Copycat so that I can get close to his hand size. I'm going to look at Throw's HP here, and I believe I'm going to Sludge Drag and pull out his benched Throw because it has no damage on it. So that will trap him again, and let me go switch back into Yanmega and start picking off his bench once again, just like I did when Boulder was out. So pull in Throw, who has a retreat cost of 3. He gets poisoned and confused, and now he's trapped out there, which is great. So another Trickery comes up. It's an easy choice for me. I think I just toss Muck because I already have one in the Lost Zone, so that second one, completely useless. That Trickery didn't hurt me at all. And now he is going to put 1 energy on Throw, so it does look like he's going to attempt to retreat this, but he still has 2 more turns before he'll be able to do that. I'm going to go ahead and put a Grass Energy on Yanmega here, and the reason I'm doing that is just in case I need to attack and I can't match hand size. If I can get the energy zone, I can use linear attack without needing to be at the same hand size, since I can just pay for it with the energies I have. And then I'm going to see off my final Yanmega Prime just in case I want to snipe with a Mew if I need to later. So now I can use linear attack with Mew or Yanmega, and that's going to be great, especially since I don't have to worry about having the same hand size now unless I want to use Sonic Boom. So I'm going to go ahead and switch out here. I don't want to lose my Mew should he manage to attack me. And I'm just going to go for a linear attack on that benched Throw, get some damage on it. And now that it's at 40, I'll be able to take it out with any kind of attack if it does end up switching in. So Edwin's going to play another Interviewer's Questions. He only pulls 1 energy this time, but I guess that's probably all he needed since he just wanted that third one onto his active Throw so that he's going to be able to retreat it. So he retreats Throw number 1, switches in Throw number 2, which has enough energy to attack, and Throw's second attack, I don't remember what it's called, but it does 80 damage, and it's not affected by resistance. So even though Yanmega has that handy fighting resistance, doesn't come into play here. But he does have 40 damage on him, which will allow me to take him out with a mass attack from Mew. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to retreat Yanmega back. Oh no, I don't mass attack. Wow, kind of a dick move. I could have just killed him, but instead I sludge drag Throw number 1 back into the position, and he's just wasted all the energy he used to retreat it. Now he's stuck again. So he puts down a rock and roll on his bench, and this next turn I'm going to be able to retreat again for free and pick off something else on his bench, and I'll probably continue to work on taking out Throw number 2 since it's clearly the most threatening thing around. I'm going to go ahead and put a second energy onto Yanmega number 2, so now I can linear attack with both of them without worrying about matching hand size. Go into Yanmega number 1 and use linear attack to take another bite out of Throw number 2. So now he's at 80, he's almost dead. 1 more attack will take him down. And Throw number 1, who's stuck active, is at the point where Poison is going to finish him off next round. So I'm going to end up picking up 2 prizes as both of these throws are going to go down the same round. So he's going to evolve into another Boulder, and now he's got a Machoke as well with 3 energies on it. So I'm still not out of the woods. He's got another powerful attacker ready to go when this active guy goes down, so I'm going to have to deal with it, but I'm not too worried since I am in a good position and I've got several options to be able to deal with it when the time comes. So don't need to worry about doing anything but attacking. I'm already set up, so I'm going to go straight for the linear attack, draw a prize as I pick off the benched Throw, and now active Throw is going to die to Poison. I'm going to get an achievement for my 500th KO, which is cool, and take out 2 birds with 1 stone. So I'm up 2 to 4 now, as he's gonna get another fighting energy. I believe that's gonna go into Machoke right here, and then I'm gonna look at Machoke, but it doesn't matter because he's gonna evolve into Machamp Prime, which could pose a serious threat, especially with its ability Fighting Tag. It breaks the lock I can get with Sludge Drag. But unfortunately for him, I'm already set up, and Mew is a Psychic type, and Machamp does not like taking Psychic attacks. So just going to go for a Mass Attack here, let's see, there's 6, 7, 8, 9 Pokemon down, so that's going to do 90, doubled thanks to Machamp's weakness, so I'm going to hit him for 180 damage as soon as I go for the attack here. I'm going to take a look at the card first, see what his attack does. Champ Buster is 100 plus. That is a very, very scary attack, especially when paired with Donphan, which adds damage to your bench, so you end up doing like 150 damage if you get it going right. But I'm going to think about what I want to do for a while here, and then finally I realized that even though Mass Attack is a grass type attack, since Mew is technically psychic, it's going to do 180 and Oko that Machamp, which is great because that thing would not have been pleasant to deal with otherwise. It's got a lot of HP and a lot of attacks. So now this is pretty much a good game. He can't win. I only need to take one more prize, and I've got a Yanmega Prime to sponge all of his resisted fighting attacks. He is going to go ahead and take out my final Mew with Boulder, but in the process he's going to do 20 damage to himself, putting him in the perfect range for a Sonic Boom KO. I'll do just enough thanks to that prior damage, and I drew drew a Fisherman as well, so that's great because that's going to let me pull up the grass energy that I had on my original Yanmega, put it onto the new one, and that'll give me the ability to use Sonic Boom even though I can't match his hand size this turn. So that's going to end the game. It was a good match, a lot of fun to use this deck as always, and I kind of got the perfect matchup. Mewbox loves fighting decks with a lot of heavy guys that don't like to be active right away, and so it worked to perfection here. I hope you guys enjoyed the match. I do have a couple of new decks that I'll be posting shortly, possibly next week. I think I'm going to go ahead and put another Mew battle up this week just because I like narrating those, and they're my favorite matches to play. But I do have new decks coming in the future, so stay tuned. Lots of new strategies and new looks at some more TCGO standards. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll talk to you next time. Thanks.